In this tutorial, you will be able to create a database, and in that database, you will be able to create a table using Microsoft Office Access. Let's get started. To create a database, you look for the Start button, sometimes called the Windows button. You'll find it on the screen or on the keyboard. Use either which you want. Let me use the one on the screen. Click on it. It pops up the Start menu. On this Start menu, click Search for Apps, Settings and Documents, and type the application which you want. In this case, we want you want Microsoft Access, so just simply type Access, and the application will appear on the Start menu here as Access. Click on it. It opens. Now, Access opens with different templates which you can use. To see more templates, you can click Home. You can click New. When you click on New, you will see several templates that you can use. But for now, you don't want to use the templates. So you will select Blank Database here. Click on it. Blank Database, File Name. Database wants you to name this database before you can go ahead with it. You cannot proceed like we do in Word or Excel or PowerPoint, where you could type the text and do everything you want before saving the document. Here, you must first save the file before you can be able to proceed. For now, save the database as School Database. In front of the file name, you have a folder icon. Click on it to change the location where you can save this file here. For now, you can choose desktop so that you save the file on the desktop, but within the desktop you could also save this file in your folder. So let's choose this folder, Kasawa Geoffrey, which is found on the desktop. I open it, then the folder is now open. You click OK. The file path has changed. You can see that the folder called Kasawa Geoffrey on the desktop is the one which is open. So I can click Create. Access will open this database straight away. In this database, I can now create the table. When dealing with database management, there are basically 4 objects which you deal with. 1 is the table, 2 the forms, 3 the queries, and 4 the reports. The table is the primary object in the database, and it is composed of rows and columns. This is what we are going to create. Now, when you check the left side here, you see the word View and a drop down arrow below View. So click on View, on this arrow here. You will see 2 views, the datasheet view and the design view. At a moment, you want to create the fields. A field is a named column, and a record is a row in a database table. So when you're going to modify or to add fields, you will use the design view. I want to use the design view to add the fields, so I click design view. Access will ask you to name the table first. Assuming you want to create a table called students, so here is where you type the table name, students table. and click OK. The table opens in the design view. This is how the design view looks like. Field name, data type, and then description, which is optional. It opens with a field name which is a default, and that is the ID, whose data type is auto number. But I don't want the ID, so what do? Bring the pointer at the beginning here. I right click and click delete rows. Are you sure you want to delete? Delete anyway. Click yes. So I want to type in the fields of my choice. I want to type in surname, and the field data type is short text. I want to type in other name, and the field data type is short text. Okay. I want to type in class. It's also a short text. I want to type in age. Age is a number, right? So maybe briefly, what do these data types mean? A data type is the nature of data, or the nature of entries that you want to do in this table. So we have several of these data types as listed by Microsoft Access. We have a short text, we have a long text, we have a number, large number, date stroke time, date stroke time extended, currency, auto number, yes or no, or object, hyperlink, attachment, calculated, lookup wizard. So when do we use short text? We use short text if we are dealing with letters, like a name. We are dealing with letters such as a name. We are dealing with a mix of letters and numbers. We are dealing with numbers which begin with 0, but they are 255 characters or less. Then that one is a short text. It becomes a long text. So let me first select the data type. For age is a number. Okay. So when do we use the long text? We use long text if we have a field that requires us to type so many paragraphs where number of characters is more than 255. For example, if we are typing a CV on online applications, that CV must have been declared as being a long text. Let's say you want a CV, and this one will be a long text. Okay, so let's see the others. The others include number and large number. Okay, we shall be looking at the data types in detail, but briefly, number is an entry that involves calculations. For example, you may have you may have a number such as 23, such as 24, such as 9. All these are numbers. Okay. Large number, that is also a number, but larger. Date stroke time captures date and time. It is similar to date stroke time extended. Currency deals with money, if a field is going to capture money. And how do we tell that a field is supposed to hold currency? If the entries hold a currency symbol such as dollars, shillings, yen, and so on, then automatically that one is a currency. Auto number is a number which increases automatically by a given interval. For example, it is moving from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 and so on. Yes or no is a logical function which evaluates to true or false. Okay. Briefly, that is how we use the data types. Every data which you enter into a database must have a specific data type. You must declare it here. Unlike Excel, where you just enter the data, Access requires that every field must have a particular data type. We shall see in our next videos that data types are extremely important, because if you mess them up and you're using a given field in a calculation, such calculations will not work out. So when you're handling fields and entering fields, make sure that you assign them correct data types. Okay. So after entering all the field names for your table and assigning them the relevant data types, populating the description. For example, here I've just written CV. Does everyone know that this means curriculum vitae? If no, then I may have to put a description as curriculum vitae. Okay, clear now. So we put descriptions if you feel that the field name is not descriptive itself enough. So you will add a description. However, that is optional. It is not a must. Now look at this. Surname as a field, we are saying it is a data type. Its data type is short text. Just check below here. We have the field properties. You can change the field properties here as well. For example, the field length or the field size may be 40. So you remove the 255 and you put 40. Okay. So you can play around with the field properties as well. After doing all that, then click save. Just click save. The save button is this one, so that your data is saved. All right. So I can open the table now in datasheet view by clicking the drop down arrow on view and then click datasheet view. Now I have my table. I can enter the data or the records directly here, but we shall also see how to use a form to enter or to modify this data. Let me enter one record. Surname is Kasawa. Other name Geoffrey. Class S2. Age maybe 16. The CV captures several texts. We can leave it blank. Next is maybe Manake. Other name is Joy. Class is S6. Age is maybe 17. Okay, so that's how we enter records in a table directly. Now make sure that you also save the changes continuously. That is how we can create a database, create a table in it, and then assign relevant fields, and lastly enter records in that table. Our next video, which you must watch out for, is going to look at how to create forms and use forms to modify the data which is in a table, or to enter new data into a table. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I will quickly respond to them, but also like and subscribe so that you are notified whenever a new video is released. Bye bye.